my name is Maribel, and today I will be doing my presentation on Yayoi Kusama, who's a contemporary visual artist. So some facts about Yayoi Kusama's background is that she was born in 1929 in Matsumoto, Japan, and actually ended up moving to the USA in the late 1950s, but she started off studying traditional Japanese painting in Japan. She began to experience hallucinations that involved patterns, dots, and repetitive imagery at a very young age, which later then became central to her art. And now she actually lives in Japan in a psychiatric hospital by her choice and continues to create art in a studio nearby. Some key themes that I found in her art included mental health, identity and self-obliteration, and infinity and endless space. A lot of her work is based on her own personal experiences with mental health, especially pieces that reflect the hallucinations she had. And she often talks about self-obliteration, which is the idea of losing yourself into something bigger. And her repeated patterns reflect that, and it helps you just understand the feeling of infinity she's talking about and the feeling that she experiences, while also reflecting obsession. This is one of her most famous works, which is the Infinity Mirror Rooms, and you see a lot of mirrors and lights and just a bunch of endless space. And the immersive spaces in it actually help create the illusion that she's talking about and reflect her mental experience. By using the entire rooms, I think she puts the viewer inside of the artwork, making it seem more personal and more intense. This is another one of Kusama's famous works. These pumpkins are one of her most recognizable ones and appear throughout her work in different sizes and forms. We see a lot of repetitive polka dots covering the pumpkins, and it just connects to all the themes she shows. Even though it's a simple object, I think the pattern transforms it into something more complex and almost something so surreal. This last piece of work of hers is Narcissus' Garden. It consists of hundreds of mirrored spheres placed outdoors, and you can actually see your reflection in them, which tie directly into the idea of narcissism she's trying to talk about, which is being overly focused on your own image. I think that this piece is really interesting because of how simple it is visually, but how powerful the message becomes when you actually interact with it. Overall, I find it interesting how Kusama turns her personal struggles into something everyone can experience. Instead of just looking at the art, you step into it and it feels more meaningful and memorable, and I think that leaves a really lasting impression on her viewers. Thank you!